Yo, what up, my Shadow Army? So this is Shadow Critias back again with another My Hero Academia What If video. So this is part 5 of What If Shadow Critias was in My Hero Academia. Before I continue, I highly recommend you guys go check out the last 4 parts because this story will not make any sense to you. And another thing I want to clear out, because right now is thunderstorm right now. If you guys hear any thunderstorm out there or hear anything, it's because it's raining over here on my end. So, yeah, hope you guys can understand. So, yeah, with that out of the way, before I get to this part is, really am interested and looking forward the most, that I actually am happy to work on this. So, with that out of the way, let's just go ahead and get into this scenario. We start off where Ryu Genzo is inside the train and be ready to head down to the UA, until he was just minding his own business until someone calling out his name, trying to get his attention, and he said, and this random guy said, "You're Genzo for the sports festival," and everyone just stares and looks at him, and he turns around and see a guy speaking to him, and he says, "Congrats on being the #1 place in the sports festival. I actually did root for you. The fight was your fight between each tournament that you've been in is insane. And I'm glad you actually win. Congrats." And everyone was just talking to him, etc. And he felt a bit embarrassed but at the same time, he just can't help but to smile. So when he finally walked to the class, and he see Midoriya walking slowly, and Genzo just screams like, "Hey, Midoriya, what's up?" And Midoriya turns around and sees Genzo coming from behind. He said, "Oh, morning, Genzo. What's up?" Nothing much." And Midoriya's like, "Wait, you don't have your umbrella?" "I just have my hoodie jacket. That's the reason why I don't use an umbrella." And before they're about to chat anything, Ida just run past by them, and they both say, "Oh, hey, Ida." And Ida's like, saying like, we're gonna be late. We don't get into class. Midoriya's like, "But we only have like 5 minutes." So, and Ida's like saying like the original, and Ida does ask about how Ida's been doing, but that goes out the same the original. And where Ida just leaves out and head into class, Genzo asks like, "What was that all about?" And Midoriya explains about Ida's brother was attacked, and Genzo's like, "Oh yeah, I heard about that news." I understand where he's coming from. I think we should not be, talk about it, because Ida is in I can tell he's not in a good place right now. And Midoriya completely understands, and in the classroom, everyone are just, talking about that they're being famous, that because they're class 1A, are being famous and all, everyone were impressed, happy, exciting, and actually felt appreciated, etc., just like the original. And of course, Aizawa comes in there in the original, and everyone just sits down like they do in the original, and Sue says like, "Mr. Aizawa, you're looking better. That's good news." And Aizawa replied like, "The cover girl went overboard, actually, but that's not the case for what we're going to talk about right now, and that is, I forget the word, called hero egg something, whatever you freaking call it." And everyone was just like freaking out, saying that Kirishima said like, "I hope this is not about the hero laws. I'm not good at that," etc. And this get a little bit nervous, but Aizawa announced that you're gonna need a code name, a hero name. Time to pick out a name, and everyone are just happy, exciting. And of course, Aizawa just uses core just like the original, and everyone quiets down. And he explained the situation about having a hero name and also the internship, and show the votes. And the votes for who has the higher votes. The original, it was Todoroki, but in this timeline is a tie between both Genzo and Todoroki. And everyone was just shocked because it's a tie between both Genzo and Todoroki. And Momo would just want to say like, "Congrats to Todoroki for the votes." And Todoroki said that it's all because that he's the son of the Endeavor. And also Uraraka and Kirishima all actually congrats Ginza for being the higher vote as well. And even Ginza was actually surprised because, like, I did one on the sports festival. That makes sense. And of course, Aizawa explains, like, not only the people who has not gotten much votes, you're still gonna get a internship still. And they actually surprisingly, because Aizawa explained, because you guys showed the hold you guys up against a real life actual villain during the USJ, isn't it? So these pro heroes want to see you guys of your potential in person. So of course, and of course Midnight walks in just the original, and they say you got to come up with the hero name. Well, the hero name you go by will be the hero name that you're gonna be as for the rest of your life. So I'm not gonna go into all the heroes' names because that goes out the same. And there's three things that they're gonna be interact, which is Shoto, Ida, and Tokiyami. First will be Tokiyami when he introduced his hero name, when he said the Jet Black hero Tsukuyomi, and Midnight said, "Oh, God of the Night," and Ginzo just says, like, "Wait a minute, did you just name yourself based on the God of the Moon?" And this actually caught Tokiyami by surprise. He said, "Wait, you knew?" Like, and Ginzo like, "Yeah, you're not the only one who's reveling in the dark." And Tokiyami just couldn't have a smile and close his eyes and nod, and he's like, them two are gonna get along. Them two are gonna be a damn best friends, like, literally. And the next one will be Shoto, because he calls his name Shoto, and Genzo's like, "Really, cousin? That's gonna be your hero name, Shoto? I mean, I could help you out with a better hero name, but you sure?" And Todoroki say, "Yes, I'm sure of it." And Genzo was like, "Okay." And of course, Bakugo just can't come up with his hero name goes out the fucking same. So, and for Ida, he gonna call himself Tenya, and even Genzo like, "Really? You too, Ida? What a..." And I mean, he's not gonna say anything because he's just gonna sit right back down. And the next person, which is Deku, because he introduced his hero name, everyone was just shocked and confused about it, and questioning about it. So when Deku explained why, this did piss off the Bakugo. Uraga just smiled. Genzo just, show a proud look on his face, being proud for Midori by taking that rude name as a meaning name, as a good thing, as a pro. And the next person would be Bakugo, and he keep, calling himself like he does the original. And Genzo's like, "Oh my god, come up with something good. Like, for example, I give you a good one. The Inferno Hero, Dynamite, or the Explosion Hero, Dynamite. For fuck's sake, just go by that." And Midnight was like, "Actually, I kind of like the second one. It's actually Sucha." And Bakugo's like, "Whatever." And he just goes by the name. Well, for those people who do not know, in the manga, it actually revealed his hero name, that is Dynamite. So that's his hero name. And so, yeah, that's his hero name. So the last person will be Ryu Ginzo, and he comes up to introduce his hero name. He calls himself the Claws of Fang, Shadow Critias. And everyone was like, ho, that is a badass name. Like, holy shit. And they want to know, how did you come up with the name of that? And they understand how, they know why he chose Shadow, but why Critias. And they are, since Midori is smart, he actually explained what the meaning Critias is. And not only that, Genzo came up the meaning behind of the name Shadow Critias. He says, my own original meaning of Shadow Critias called a man riding alone in the darkness. And that's the meaning of the name of Shadow Critias, and that's going to be my hero name. So yeah, so everyone was just impressed on the name. They just loved the name of the Claws of Fang, Shadow Critias. And of course, Aizawa just hands out all the paper about all the internship that's been on the paper, or some of them are completely different. So everything goes out the same, just the original. And Midoriya, is shaking of it until both Mina, Ojiro, Uraraka, and Tsuyu are there asking Midoriya about, because he was mumbling and everything. And we're going straight to Ginzo, who is chatting with both Momo and Jiro. They were trying to figure out what kind of internship they want to do. And Momo and actually wanted to go the internship like she did in the original. Jiro also chose this. I forget this guy's name. I forget his gun. Blood. Oh, God, what's his name again? I forget his name. I think it's involved like blood or something. I forgot. Or gun something. Or murder or something. I forget his damn name. But whatever. So, and she chose that to be her internship just like the original. And Momo asked Ginzo about which internship that you're going to choose, Ginzo. And Ginzo is blind. He's like, well, actually, I just got it recommended. And they were like, and this caught both Tokoyami, Kirishima, Tsuyu, pretty much everyone, honestly. Well, some of them, honestly. Well, except Shoto, Ida, and Bakugo, and some of them were not even paying attention. And Midori was like, oh, so who? This was shocking to me, honestly, and he's also my idol that I look up to. And Midori's like, really? And Kirishima's like, oh, who it is, dude? Is the ninja hero Edshot? And everyone was like, wait, what? Edshot, the ninja hero, is interested of you? Mm-hmm. And I don't know why, but he's my idol. I look up to him, and see, he wants me. How can I ignore this offer? How can I ignore this opportunity? I mean, he is the most very intelligent person in the entire hero society. None of that, I'm honored. I really am. And there's another side. And Midori's like, what's that? A lot of people making rumors that both Edshot and my auntie are dating. And Midori's like, wait, who's your auntie exactly? Oh yeah, I was planning to tell you this the first day of school, but you went to the hospital. Since Bo, Jiro, Tsuyu, Tokoyami, and Kirishima knows, I think everyone should know as well. And this caught everyone's attention, except Bakugo and Ida. Shoto's already know as well, so he doesn't need to know. He tells them that my auntie is the number 10 hero, Dragon Hero, Ryuku. And Midori's like, what? No way! I mean, it makes sense, but how is she your auntie if you have the same transformation? Well, she does have a brother, and that brother is my father. Well, actually, Ginzo walks to Midori and say, but you already know? So thank you for playing along, dude. He whispered to his ear, and Midori's like, he said, anytime, man. So, yeah, so Midori just plays around, just, playing around, just pretending he did not know, but he does know about his father was a villain. But even some people asking about, what is your father like? Is he a pro hero, or he's just a normal citizen? And Ginzo and Midori are just like, and Ginzo has to make him lie. He's like, he's a civilian. but I don't know much about him because I was young at the time. My parents died when I was age of 3, so I honestly don't know much about my parents. I never knew them. The only thing I remember what they looked like when I was age of 3. And Mom was like, wait, age of 3? Are you that missing kid at the age of 3 after the loss of his parents? And also, then they found you at the age of 10? I'm the guy. And that was like, whoa. Holy crap, I couldn't imagine what it's like that you don't. Is nightmare for me to live a life in the street without anyone to look after me, which is a lie. Because he doesn't want anyone to know about his true past, or wants to know that true incident about that past, and he's not gonna tell the person who found him first, and the last person who found him when he was age of 10. So no one needs to know. So they have 2 days, and everyone are getting ready. So yeah. So Genzo, heads back home, get everything ready, etc. And when he heads home, he see his auntie, but someone is there as well. Is a man wearing his hero outfit and has a mask, long hair like coming out of his right side of his eye. And Genzo is just shocked and stunned, frozen still. He's like, and he is shocked and stunned to see his idol, the ninja hero, Headshot. And Genzo's like, what are you doing here, Headshot? And Headshot's like, I come here to see you. I guess you're already unaware of that I want to enter you for my agency. So I have a word with your auntie if she was okay with it, and she agrees. But auntie, you sure? I mean, and his auntie's like, well, you are old enough to make your own decision, so I guess you already have? Yeah, I have. I'm honored. I really am. And Genzo just bows to him to show some respect because he's tried his best to put himself together and not to be fanboy or anything. And Headshot is about to ready to head out and said, well, I'll see you in the next 2 days, kiddo. And he just leaves, and he is just, after he left, Genzo is just losing his mind because he is fucking happy. He'd never been happy in his life. And his Ryuko just can't help but smile because she never seen her nephew smile in a long time since. Not even very long time. He never seen him smile at all. So yeah. So few days has passed. Everyone are getting ready to, go to the internship, and of course Genzo actually carried his hero outfit suitcase. Yes, he's finally having his own hero suitcase. What is it? You guys just have to wait in this video. You just have to wait. And then everyone was getting ready. Ida was about to head out, but Midoriya and Araka are chatting to Ida after after the conversation that Ida left, just like the original. Todoroki and Genzo there, they see Ida walks away, and both Genzo and Todoroki are taking the same train. So while they walked in there, and Genzo said, I know where he's heading. And Shoto's like, oh, how so? He's going to Hoso City. You pretty much heard the news? Yeah, that his brother was attacked by the Hero Killer Stain, and you know why he's going his internship to Hero, internship to Hoso City, and he trying to put it together. It's like, don't tell me. Yes, I could tell he's not okay. I can feel the pain, the anger, the hate for seeking revenge. He doesn't know what he's getting himself into against Stain. Like, Shoto's like, how do I understand? True, but... And Gen's like, no, you don't understand. Trust me. How? Then tell me then. Remember Momoya Rosu brought out that news when I was gone at the age of 3? Yeah. And people could find me because I was gone missing? Yeah. Have you ever wondered who found me first before one of the pro hero actually found me at the age of 10? No. Don't tell me that. Yes. Stain was the one who found me. He took me in, trained me, raised me. Keep this in mind, they both are whispering actually, so no one needs to hear. And Todoroki cannot believe that he's hearing this from his cousin. And Todoroki's like, what have you even told me? If I did, your mother will be freaking worried sick. You know that. And plus, to be honest, if your father finds out or knew about it, he will try to lock me away for no fucking reason. For the thing I have done. The thing you have done. Yeah. Like I said, I used to be his... You know I was his sidekick, right? Yeah. Wait, that's right. I heard Stain used to be... had a sidekick named the Villain Killer, right? Not just a villain killer. He's also... He calls himself the Assassin. So... You pretty much know who you're looking at, the former assassin. And this actually... You know... shocked and horrified to see his cousin used to be not just a villain, but like a hero by killing villains in a way. And now he actually sees that no wonder, now he's putting all the pieces together, that the reason why all the pros and the hero and the police couldn't find the body because they were all, you know, disappeared. And he put all the pieces together of his Genzo's flames. What do when you trying to hide the body? Well, you burn them and turn them into ash. That's literally what it is. And now both Todoroki and Genzo need to stop Ida before Ida does get killed. So, plus how? Both Shoto and Genzo will be separated from different places, but not far from each other. So, yeah. So that's pretty much why I'm gonna go to that's pretty much what I have to say for this part, honestly. Oh, I almost forgot about you know, Shigaraki wants Stain to be in the pro hero. Shigaraki explains about that he just wants to kill All Might, but the one that does piss him off is, well, Ryugenzo, so he showed the picture of Ryugenzo to Stain, and Stain does get, you know, pissed about it, like, so, you want me to kill my former student, my former sidekick? And Shigaraki was like, oh, so this little brat is your former sidekick? I didn't know that. And the master says, he used to be called Assassin. He used to be a villain back in the day. And this caught interest for Shigaraki as well. And so pretty much everything happens to Stain and Shigaraki. Everything goes out the same. And pretty much you can tell that you already know what's going to happen. So Shigaraki does get pissed off. So ongoing of the part, he's going to get even more pissed than he was then instead of just he get pissed on Stain in the original, he's gonna get even more pissed for Ginzo, which you guys will see later on. So yeah, just want to clear that out of the way. Okay, I just want to clear this out of the way right now. Everything that happens between all the characters' internship remain the same. Nothing has changed. So we're just going to be focusing on Ginzo's point of view of his training with Edshot. So just want to clear that out of the way. When Ginzo arrived at the agency of Edshot, he's surrounded, and he walks and sees a bunch of beautiful pink trees blooming towards him. You know, the wind is blowing, the blooming of the leaves of the, whatever you call it, I think you call it plumes, I think you call them, etc. I don't know if I forgot the name. They just kind of like your typical anime, you know, like you look and see how beautiful it is, where you see the leaves blowing away right in front of you or around you. Yeah, it's kind of like that for here. And Ginzo was like, this is so beautiful, and yet peaceful. Peaceful that I never felt before. Until he hears a voice says, "Welcome, young Ryu Ginzo. Welcome to my agency." And he sees Edshot bowing to him, and Ginzo actually bows back to Edshot and said, "I'm honored to come here, Sensei." And Edshot just could happen to laugh because I'm glad you have some manners, kid. But I know you just got here in time, so let me give you a tutorial on my agency, shall we? As you wish. Lead the way. So Edshot just gave Ginzo a tutorial around everywhere, and of course there's the ending of the tutorial is the training room. Kinda your typical dojo, kinda. So Ginzo is just amazed of the dojo, how big it is, and Edshot said, "Now, get ready. Put on your hero costume, and let's do our training. I want to see what you got." And so Ginzo does put on his hero costume on for the first time. So for those people who want to know what his hero costume looks like, well, you can tell. It's my YouTube PFP. That's his hero costume. But the hairstyle is different to his hair. So the hair that you see from my PFP YouTube, it's not that. His hair is going to be the same as like you see on the thumbnail. So yeah. And the only thing is different is without the big knife. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the dagger. So without the dagger and the different hairstyle that you can see. So yeah. So they both start to training and sparring to see how good Edshot won the show and testing Ginzo of his fighting skill. The fight goes on, and the fight is evenly matched, but Ginzo is getting the upper head. But Edshot lifts up his hand and tells him stop, and he wants to say something, and Ginzo's like, "Is there something wrong?" And Edshot's like, "Yes, there is. Your fighting skill. Is this similar to the hero killer Stain?" And this shocked Ginzo because Ginzo as a why do you say that, honestly? And Edshot explained, like, you use your fighting skill that you use against Shoto Todoroki, the son of the Endeavor, in a sport festival in the final round. The way you use your element weapon to cut up ice is almost similar how Stain does in his battle. And correct me if I'm wrong here. You do know I'm really good with intelligence to tell each of the fighting skills. Not just that, I'm also intelligent about who has been trained, etc. And keep this in mind, I am smart and also wiser. So, I believe that you were trained underneath Stain when you were the age of 3 and have not been seen until Razorhead found you at the age of 10 and Stain straight up abandoned you. Isn't that right, assassin? And Genzo is just frozen and his heart just skipped a beat. He felt horrified that his own idol just put all the pieces together just like that. And he's doesn't know what to say and Genzo trying to pull himself together. It's like, and he just had to say to admit it. He said, "Yes, it's true. I've been keeping this a secret to everyone because I don't want everyone else to know. The only person who knows about it is my cousin, Shoto." And this actually shocked and like, so you actually, this is honestly a surprise. So Shoto Todoroki, the son of Endeavor, is your cousin. Yeah. Please don't tell anyone about this. Not even my auntie. Your aunties already know about that, you know that? She been know that. Yeah, I honestly forgot. It's been a long time since I thought she didn't know. So let me guess. You're gonna turn myself in, huh? For everything I have done. And Edshot said, "No, I will not. But I will help you to complete your training by changing your fighting skill." What? You sure? And Edshot said, "Yes, young one. The way you protect your student in the USJs, and the day you look out for the people who need it, you try, and I can see a redemption. You trying to redeem yourself for all the things you have done in the past. But I can tell you have no regrets killing the villains, and you did have a regret in killing some of the pro heroes back in the day, so that's the reason why you want to redeem, right?" Genzo just can't help it, just nod in agreement, because he can't lie, because Edshot will actually see right through him. Now, Edshot is one of the most wisest and smart and very intelligent hero that Genzo ever met. That's the reason why he is so idle to him, because he actually can see right through you even though you're trying to lie. So Edshot's like, "So let us get back to our training." And Genzo says, "Yes, sensei." So the fight goes out, and I'm just gonna time skip where a few days has passed, let's say 3 days has passed, and no wait, was it 2 days or 3 days where Midoriya and Gran Torino goes to the Hoso City? I think it was like 3 or I think it was like 3 or 2 days. Let's say 3 days later that Edshot and Genzo had been training, exercise, etc. to, pretty much that's what they've done for the past 3 to 2 days. So they've been doing this like all day, and sometimes they do it all night. So Edshot said, "Tell Genzo to get ready and get your hero suit out, get your hero suit on. We're about to head out on the patrol." And Genzo said, "Where are we heading?" And he said, "We're going to the Hoso City to find the hero killer Stain. We'll be assisted to that number 2 hero Endeavor. And I guess your cousin will be there as well." Yeah, he is. So everyone just gets ready to head down to the Hoso City, and the Nomu attack goes out the same, just like the original, and also the fight between the heroes and Nomu goes out the same the original, and of course Midoriya sends a text of the location, both Genzo and Todoroki. So both Todoroki just left just like the original, and Genzo just bails on Edshot while he didn't notice. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So In this timeline, Ginzo is a bit late. The fight between Ida and Stain goes out the same. Midoriya and Stain goes out the same. Todoroki and Stain goes out the same. And then Todoroki said they will protect them together. So it would just be Midoriya and Todoroki. But before that, someone come from behind from Stain and said, no, it's me and him. 1v1. And Stain and the others stopped and looked and see a young man wearing all black and having a mask in his face, having a red eye and long spiky hair. And Stain was like, so you finally showed up, huh? My former student, Ryu Ginzo. And this actually shocked both Midoriya, Ida, and Native. That was like, Midoriya was like, what? Ginzo, is that you? Yes, Midoriya, it is I. I'm here to deal with Stain alone. And Ida's like, what does he mean, former students? And Ginzo's like, Shoto, tell them what I told you. And Midoriya was like, Todoroki? And Shoto explains like the whole thing about the reason why he was gone missing at age of 3, because Stain found him, took him in, trained him, and raised him, etc. And when he was age of 10, Stain abandoned him because they were on the chase, because Aizawa found him at the age of 10. And both Midoriya and Ida are shocked that, and all of that, what even worse, that Ginzo used to be called by the name Assassin, and to kill both heroes or villains alike. So they actually shocked, and Midoriya's like, why? Why did you tell us? I didn't. I think it wasn't ready. You guys weren't ready to know the truth. Since this day has come, it's time that y'all need to know about this one. So, Midoriya, there's no time to argue. We'll deal with this later. Shoto, Midoriya. Shoto, Deku. I meant to say Deku, honestly. Get Ida, get Tenya and Native out of here. I deal with Stain alone. Y'all will just get in my way. And don't worry, Tenya. I will avenge your brother. I promise. And plus, this is not what your brother wanted. To want you to avenge him. Not only that, to get your life on the line killed. And both Midoriya picks up Native, and Shoto does pick up Todoroki, not Todoroki, Ida, so they both just leave, and Shoto say, you better be careful, cousin. And Midoriya said, yeah, just be careful, Shadow. And Ginzo's like, can't make any promises, kiddo. And Stain just turns around face to face with Ginzo, and he said, so you decided to call yourself Shadow Critias after all. So this finally has come down to it, huh? And Ginzo's like, you know this day will come. And this time, I will kill you. And Stain just pulls out his knives, and he said, let's see about that. And Ginzo said, I was weak once before when I challenged you to the death, but now I got a lot stronger. Now let's do this. So they both rush in to attack, and they both go hand-to-hand combat, weaponry, etc. The fight is insane. The fight is brutal, and while the fight goes out while both Deku and Shoto are trying to get Ida and Native out of there. They can hear all the battle cries, the fighting, etc. And so where they actually got them out in this timeline, Shoto does get the cut mark, and Midoriya doesn't get cut in the leg, or doesn't get cut in the leg, I guess. No, he does get a little bit, but he doesn't get injured like Midoriya did in the original. And Ida, on the other hand, doesn't get get stabbed in the leg and the arm like the original. So he doesn't have that kind of concussion right now of his arm injury. So those heroes comes in like the original. Same goes for Gran Torino, and Endeavor shows up, and of course Deadshot actually showed up as well. And Deadshot asks, "Where is Shadow Critias?" And Deku's like, "He's over there fighting against Stain." And Deadshot's like, "Alone?" And Deadshot's like, "Damn it, don't worry about it, Sensei." And they both turn around and see Shadow Critias coming out of the shadow and peered, and says, and he pulls and he lifted, and everyone, he shows the mask of Stain, and they're all just shocked and stunned. They're like, "Wait, don't tell me that." Yes, Hero Killer Stain is dead. And Deadshot was just stunned and shocked, so he just go over there and check to see if the body is there, to see for himself. And he goes there and sees nothing. The only thing he sees was the burnt mark of the body of Stain. The body's not there, just the stain of the body. So, and Deadshot walks back and he asks, "What did you do to the body, Shadow?" "The body? I hide the evidence. I turn his body into ashes." And he was about to explain, but the Nomu just flies and takes Midoriya, and Genzo flies up and throws the knife, one of the Stain's knife, throws at the Nomu's eye and falls to the ground. So Genzo lands on top of the Nomu while it was falling to the ground, and Genzo grabbed another knife that belonged to Stain and stabbed the Nomu in the brain. And this is where that Genzo reveals his true motivation. And everyone are the pros: Endeavor, Deadshot, Midoriya, Ida, and Todoroki are seeing this, or actually going to hear this, and said, "How many people have to die? How many people have to suffer by these called villains? How in the hell are we gonna have peace and justice if all you dumb heroes keep letting these damn villains alive by locking them away, being rotting in prison? How you guys are so weak and so damn naive, don't see the truth? How many people had to deal with this chaos and the destruction? Y'all guys don't understand. If these villains are gonna break out of prison and go back the old ways, they're just gonna cause more chaos, more destruction, more death on both innocent men, women, and children alike. You have All Might, the #1 hero, the symbol of peace. He's supposed to bring peace and justice by taking out the villains, not sparing them. The villains, they don't deserve a second chance. They don't deserve to live. They don't deserve a redemption. They don't deserve to be locked away. They need to be put down. They need to be punished. They need to be dead by turning their bodies into ashes, leave nothing more than dust. And Genzo turns around and gives them the same, you know how Stain strike fear and give everyone the chill run down their spine? Yeah, Genzo gives them the same thing to show, because give it his mind, if he was trained by Stain, he actually would strike everyone the chill down on their spine and show fear. And this actually caught Edgeshot off guard because he felt the fear in him. And everyone could feel the fear they had for Ginzo. And he's like, how in the hell we're gonna have peace if all these villains are gonna be left alive? Like, y'all guys don't understood. I'm controlling it. You guys want to show them by fear. What are you gonna do if they're not being afraid? I will do what y'all want. I will take them out one by one without a second thought. I will kill all these villains for protecting everyone that I care and love. If any of your pro heroes get in my way, I will kill you all without a second thought. And after Ginzo revealed his true motivation, everyone are just shocked and stunned and felt fear. Even Gran Torino is just fear as well, because everyone is just scared shitless, just like the original. But staying doing it is Ryu Ginzo. And keep this in mind, since it has been recorded, and then everything, the aftermath, it's been on news, on everything. So we're going into the aftermath, where the chief is speaking with Todoroki, Midoriya, and Ida. They're just in a depressed right now because hearing Ginzo's motivation, his true motivation, and all of that, he killed Stain, and all that, it's hard for him to take it all in. That Ginzo was a former sidekick to Ginzo was a former sidekick to Stain, as calling himself the assassin. So they do get a little bit in trouble, but just like the original. So before that, Shoto and Midoriya and Ida things are talking about Ginzo, about they're saying that he's not just gonna be a pro hero, he wants to be more than that. He wants to be more than just hero and villain or vigilante. He wants to be the first anti-hero, not just in Japan, but around the world. And Ida actually understands that and sees where Ginzo is coming from. And same goes for Shoto and Midoriya as well, but he wants to be the hero like All Might. But not in that, Midoriya is scared for Ginzo, not because what his motivation. He's scared that he would kill any pro heroes that would get in his way of him, what he's doing, what he believes is right. So in the other room, Ginzo is having a word with both Enshad, his auntie, Aizawa, All Might, the Chief, and Gran Torino. They both are having a word with him about his motivation, about threatening if any heroes get hit in his way, what he believes is right. And they're just, they don't know what else to say. Like, and Aizawa actually felt that he should have expelled Ginzo right there, but his auntie, Eshots, and All Might decided to, no, they're not letting Aizawa expel him for what he did. He's just a kid, because now they all know that he's been through a lot. He's been in a dark place. He's been in the dark place in the age of 3. You can't blame him what he's going through. He's not just coming over here just being a UA, became the first anti-hero. The reason why he came to the UA in the first place, to have another chance of his life to redeem himself, what he has done as a villain for Stain. He wants to redeem himself. That's the reason why he's here. But his motivation, on the hand, is the topic they need to talk about. But But All Might asked everyone to leave the room because he wants to have the word with Ginzo alone, privacy. And before that, the chief was thinking about wanting to arrest Ginzo for threatening of the pros and killing a villain, and also hiding the evidence, and also being a former sidekick for Stain, and also for the murder and killing both villains and heroes alike. But he's gonna give Ginzo a pass. But if this ever happens again, he has no choice but arrest him for it. But that's never gonna happen, because both Edgeshot, All Might, and his auntie would stood up for him and make sure he doesn't go to prison. So he's just a kid. So yeah. And meanwhile, to Ginzo and All Might's point of view, Ginzo has not been spoke a word where all the pros and the chief are talking to him, telling them about what he's doing is wrong, this and that. But he doesn't want to hear all that, because they're just blind. They just don't see. They just don't see where Ginzo is coming from. And All Might is, since he's all alone, he turned into his skinny form where they're all alone now. And All Might said, "Young Ginzo, I understand what you're going through, and I understand why you believe that these villains don't deserve to live and don't deserve another chance in this world. And yes, how are we gonna live our life peacefully if so many people are getting hurt, getting killed left and right?" And Ginzo said, then why did you kill All For One then? You killed him, did you? And he said, "Well, I did." Then that's where you're wrong. He's still alive, All Might. He's still alive out there. And this actually shocked. And All Might doesn't want to be there, but he's dead. I killed him. I was there. No, you're wrong. I still could sense his presence. Even far away from here, I can sense his presence. He's still alive. I don't know where, but I just know he's alive. Because my father led the information, because when he and my mother were in the fight of battle with you against All For One, after that both of you thought you killed him, my father knew that he was alive. You didn't kill him. You just badly damaged him. Barely alive. He's still out there. Alive. He's the one who's pulling all the strings, All Might. And this is why I have a problem with you, All Might. You let a villain live that you thought you killed. If you killed him in the first place, I wouldn't ever set this precedent. I wouldn't have the same motivation right now. Yeah, I would still kill villains, but I wouldn't have the same motivation that I have right now. But since you didn't bring peace, you didn't bring justice, you didn't even kill some of the villains, you just spared their life and send them away in the jail. Like I said, if all the villains that you just captured, if they all break out, they're just gonna cause more chaos, more destruction, more innocent people getting killed left and right, and all the people, the civilians, are gonna blame us, the heroes that were sworn to protect protect them, to bring peace. If they get hurt, they're gonna turn against us. We will be the enemies for them. They're gonna probably look up to the villains as the true heroes, and we'll just be the villains for them. Do you really want that on your conscience? Really, All Might? You guys don't see. You guys do not see where I'm coming from. You guys don't understand where I'm going through. You really don't. You don't know what it's like for me to live a life without a parents at the age of 3. It's my fault that I killed them. And All Might just like, wait, what? Yes, I killed my own parents. I lost control of my transformation quirk. Do you know, you saw it. You were there in the USJ when I burned the damn Nomu alive and ate them. That's what happened to my parents. I ate them. Tears coming down of Ginzo's eye. Feel the guilt, the anger that he felt. I didn't know my parents were a villain and a hero. I didn't believe that my father was a villain until I found out that my father was. I had no regrets killing my father. That's how I had my motivation. Is because my father is a villain and found out that All For One is still out there alive. It's pulling all the strings. And the one thing I only have regret, the only one thing I have regret in this world is killing my own mother. The person I cared in this world. I don't even know much about my mother. I keep hearing voices of her voice in my head every time she calls me a little dragon boy. That's the last word that I heard from her. I had to suffer and have to pay for the things I have done. I can never get another chance to see my mother. You guys don't understand nothing. None of y'all do. Y'all don't say that. When can y'all just understand and help me to wipe out all these villains, to bring true peace and justice for the humans, for the societies, for everyone, for the next generation of the pros? You guys don't understand, and I'm serious on might. If any of the pros, even you, gets in my way, I will kill you and everyone else. And now I have another chance in this world, to another place to fight for, to fight the place that I call home, which is the UA. And knowing that I have people that care for me, look up to me, stood up for me, supported me. My classmate, that I consider them as my own family, my own brothers, my own sisters. Even though we're not blood related, I have people that I call family. I do not want to lose that. I do not want to make the same mistake like I did to my parents. I had to risk my life. I risk my life in the USJ to protect them. You don't know nothing. None of y'all do. I will protect anyone, even if it costs my life. You don't understand. None of y'all do. And All Might just don't have a word, and the only people who heard it from the outside was Ryuko and Edshot. Edshot is just depressed, and Ryuko is crying. She never seen her nephew felt this pain. She never knew that he's been through a lot, and now he has another chance to redeem that he has someone out there helping him, supporting him, and he doesn't want to make the same mistake. And when the door is about to be open, Oma turns back to his buff form, and Ryuko just open in and goes through crying and hugging Ginzo. While Ginzo was still crying, he said, "Auntie, are you?" And Ryuko's like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Ginzo. Ryu, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I didn't understand how you felt. At least you could have told me how you really feel. I could have helped you with your problem and situation. I could have helped you. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Auntie, it's not your fault. I'm sorry that I could have told you all of this, but I kept it to myself. Because it was not your business to know. You knew that I killed my parents. Because I lost control. I've been through a lot, and you know that. You didn't have to hear all of that. And I know Edshot is listening to it as well. I have someone, the people that I could fight for now. And now I have another chance. just please, just don't let them take me away. And Ryuko and All Might's telling that that's never going to happen. So that actually never happens. So both Ginzo and Uraga just, having a long hug while them two were still crying. And I'm just gonna time skip where everyone is heading back to the UA. Everything goes out the same, but since Nezu has been informed to this, they want some of the pro teachers to keep an eye on Ginzo just in case, even though that Ginzo will not hurt the people that he consider them as a family, and all the pro heroes' reaction, well, actually around the world, actually heard all this of Ginzo's Shadow Critias motivation, and now some people actually agreed what Ginzo is saying. Some of them disagreed. Hell, there is some pro heroes actually agreed, and some of them actually don't. Hell, there's some pros heroes are killing the villain as well, but it's going over it's happening around the world. And those two villains that talk about Stain? Well, they talk about Ginzo in this one, and they play the video of what Ryu Ginzo, the former sidekick of Stain, the assassin, and now go by the name, the Claws of Fang, Shadow Critias. And they go all over his backstory, his origin, but not the true fate of his parents. They never mention about his true fate of his parents. So, yeah, that's the only thing. That is one last thing that he not gonna tell. Well, actually, no. Actually, around the world, actually knows a bit, the whole truth about Ginzo's, the death of his parents, that he was trained by Stain, everything. But the only so yeah, all of his truth had been revealed, and so yeah, everyone around the news saw it, even the students or into their internship. Jiro's reaction, she felt horrified to Ginzo, but at the same time, even though that she cares for Ginzo and supporting him, and I think Jiro could actually understands where Ginzo is coming from, and I feel like that she will still support Ginzo no matter what. So yeah, everything goes out the same. The end of the day of Ginzo's internship with Edshot, all they do is just training, exercise, and meditating, etc. So yeah. So everyone's goes by the UA, just the original, and this is where I'm gonna end this part here. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Links to my social media, my Discord server, my GoFundMe page will all be down below the description box. You guys know about all that shenanigans, etc. And I'm sorry I've been going a little bit, dragging the emotion for Ginzo for far too long. So just hope you guys can understand. I'm really sorry about that. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Kneel before Shadow Critias. I'll see you guys later.